Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're setting up my digital planner. I'm excited, I hope you're excited. I want you to join in with me. So if you also need to set up your planner, the time is now. Go grab your stuff. I've got a freebie for you. I've put together a setting up your digital planner checklist. I'm gonna give you access to that, and I'm gonna walk you through my digital planner as we get ready for the 2024-2025 school year. So I mentioned a freebie. Let's start there. In the description box, I will have a link where you can make your own copy of this editable Google Doc. It is a digital planner setup checklist. It may look a little bit different because as I go through this, I might make some changes. This is the sloppy copy. You're gonna get copy 2.0, which will be the better copy. But from here, you can find links to the digital planners that I sell with Bridget under Teaching on the Double. So if you're not familiar with our podcast, Teaching to the Top, we reference these all the time. We have Google Slides planners as well as tablet planners. We also have planner inserts, and if you click on any of these, it will take you directly to our store where you can purchase them. We also have digital planning stickers. So we have teacher header stickers, which I'm gonna be using in this video, monthly theme stickers by month or as a bundle. And then we also have a set of free stickers. So if you sign up for our email list, we will send those to you. You can use those in either the Google Slides or the tablet. I'm gonna be using the Google Slides planner. So if you're interested in the exact one that I have, if you click on this first link, it will take you to all of our Google Slides planners. Now, we do have a personal planner, but that is not designed for teachers. What's ironic is I use the tablet personal planner, but the Google Slides teacher planner, because thankfully my new school also uses Google. I'm so excited. We also have a fitness planner, but I'm gonna be using this landscape Google Slides digital planner. So if you want the exact same one, there you go. And then I've also put in the color codes because I get asked all the time about colors, and as you will see, our planner has these colors with some of the templates. So if you are wanting to match the colors exactly, color codes are there. And then here's the handy dandy checklist. As I mentioned, it is editable. So feel free to go in, customize things, delete things, add to it, whatever works for you. But hopefully this is a good starting point. This is actually what I'm gonna be going through today. So you're gonna get to see my thought process. I'm already thinking what I wanna do is separate these tabs, and I'm going to tile them. So we're gonna put the checklist to the left, and we're gonna put the planner to the right. So let's go ahead and open up the planner, and we can zoom out on this. I feel like I don't need that as big. Okay, we're gonna shift our center bar, maximize our space, and I don't need this side panel, so I'm just gonna close that. Okay, we've got our digital teacher planner. Now I have an idea. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I have an idea. I would like these color codes already in my Google Slides. So for example, if I go to change the background, I'll have those colors already there. So I think because this is a table, I'm pretty sure if I just click and drag to highlight it, copy it, come over here, paste it, yeah! Okay, now I don't want it on the slide, so I'm just gonna drag it off the slide for now. But if I go into my colors, bam, they're already loaded in there. Work smarter, not harder. Okay.
Smart, right?
Very smart.
We're off to a great start. Let's come down to the materials. So these are the things I recommend having on hand as you set up your digital planner. First of all, device of choice. If you're using Google Slides, I recommend a computer, but a tablet would also work. If you're using the tablet planner, then you need a tablet. Now, depending on the annotation app you use, you may be able to also access it on a computer. But we're focusing on Google Slides, okay? So check, because I have my laptop in front of me. Digital planner, check. I've already showed you how to get that. Now, when you generate the copy, we're gonna go in and like customize it, change the title, all that, but it will drop it in your Google Drive, just open it up. Stylus is optional. That's really just if you're using the tablet with an annotation app, which I'm not using, so I don't need that. A copy of the district calendar, which I have here. I recommend having a physical printed copy. It's just easier to reference. So personally, I printed mine on cardstock and put it in a page protector because I will most likely have this near my desk on display just for easy access in my room. So rather than printing it twice, we're just gonna print it once. So we've got that in front of us, check. I do not have my school calendar yet. I most likely will not get that until mid to late July. So I'm gonna leave that blank. And then digital stickers, I've already pre-downloaded the teacher header digital stickers as well as the free stickers, which are again available here. These are what the digital header stickers look like. They are basically just colored bars with text already inserted for you. And I'll show you how I incorporate those in. And then the free stickers I already showed you. So I've got some tips and tricks, but I'm also gonna kind of talk through those as we go through. So let's skip down to before dates, because dates are a little daunting. Let's rename the digital planner file. So I'm gonna come up here and I'm gonna just rename this Mrs. Emerson's Digital Teacher Planner 2024-2025. Okay, file is renamed, check. Customize the cover page with text or images. If you wanted to, you could add your name onto the planner cover with a text box. You can add in images, almost like digital stickers. I will probably do that at a later date. It's just not a priority now, so we're gonna skip over that. Add most commonly used planning stickers to the planning stickers page and resize as needed. Okay, so let's go ahead and navigate to the stickers page. So this is the main clickable homepage for the digital planner, and that's why I love digital planning. You can hyperlink everything and it makes it very easy to jump around as needed. So this little sticker icon, if you click on it, it will take you directly to the planning stickers page, which I love. So I'm going to be copying some stickers that I plan on using frequently, but I want to resize them to be the size they will need to be on the slide I'm gonna use them on. Which you're like, what did you even just say, Michelle? Okay. Let's go to July. So let's navigate back. Let's go to the home page and let's go to July. Okay, so from here, I'm gonna be putting like first day of school, PD days, things like that. So let's insert a sticker. So I'm just gonna go to image. Now, because I downloaded them, I'm choosing upload from computer, but if you add it into your Google Drive, then you can use that. So within the teacher digital header stickers, I think I swapped those words, but you get the point. They are organized by color. So the first thing I need to do is decide what colors I want to attribute to different things. I think I want district dates just to be in yellow. Yellow feels right. Okay, so let's go ahead and do like, I'm looking at my calendar. I should be starting this in August, not July. So let's go to August first. Okay. Just gonna jump down. I'm using my arrow keys, but you can use the links, it doesn't matter. Okay, I'm going to be doing, let's do first day of school. So first day of school, right here, open. Now I'm going to resize this so that it fits in the little box, you know, the little calendar page. So the first day of school is the 13th for students at least. So I'm gonna zoom in. So that's a little bit, let's go 150. Yeah, that looks good. I want a little bit of space on either side. So we're just gonna shrink it down a little bit. And actually, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit more. I know this seems daunting, but I'm gonna show you a trick. So you only really have to do this once. Okay, that looks like a good size. So what I'm gonna do is copy this, and we're now gonna go back to that stickers page. I'm gonna go ahead and paste it. We're just gonna kind of plop it up here with like my stickers that obviously I'm only using that once throughout the year, but some of the other stickers I will use more on like a weekly or monthly basis. I'm going to duplicate this. So with it selected, you can either right click and copy and paste, or using keyboard shortcuts, either Control D or Command D, depending on if you're using a PC or a Mac. Now, because this is already sized to fit my calendars, if I right click on it and choose replace image, I can then choose the next sticker and it will automatically stay that size. So I don't have to resize each one. If I just duplicate it and replace the image, they will already be the size that I need. So we have staff development / like PD days. So let me look through Okay, we've got in service. That's not really what we call it. Okay, professional development, that would work. Is there like staff meeting? Okay, we'll just do professional development. That'll work. I'm gonna go ahead and open that. So now I've got that sticker ready to go. Again, I'm going to duplicate it. We're gonna replace it. And I'm just gonna start adding in stickers that I know that I will use. So for example, beginning of marking period. And then I'm gonna actually duplicate and put that next to it, and we're gonna swap that out for one that says end of marking period. Although I think they call it semester. Yes, they call it semester, end of semester. Okay, we're gonna go back and swap this one out. Okay, beginning of semester. All right, so you get the point as to how I am putting these stickers onto my page. I'm gonna go ahead and copy this professional development one, and let's go back to August. So I'm gonna start to put these on the calendar. So the 5th through the 12th are PD days / work days. I don't really know which is which, so for now, I'm just gonna mark them all as professional development, and then I can go in and change it if I need. So I'm gonna zoom in, which ordinarily I would not need to do as much zooming, but because I'm using the split screen, it's just making it a little bit wonky. I really want this centered, and it's not cooperating. And when that happens, you just zoom in. Oh, you zoom in, you make it work. Okay. But once you have one on there, then it makes it easier to align. So now if I drag this underneath, I get those little red bars, and I can align it with the other one. So let's go ahead and do this one lined up. And now I'm gonna duplicate both of these and put them here. Yeah. Although did I line those up? Yeah, good enough, okay. And then we're gonna put one on the 9th as well. All right. Okay, fine, we're fine. We're not going for perfect, Michelle, we've already established that. Okay, so in addition to putting these on the monthly calendars, I can also then go to the weekly pages, which are just the pages after, but obviously that sticker is gonna get resized unless, maybe to work smarter, not harder, I could just put it here, keep it the same size. I think I like that. I like that. It's less work. We're gonna go with that. So I could take this. Can we just, I wanna keep that checklist, but this is driving me nuts. That's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. So I can take and place these stickers on the weekly planning pages, but I can also put them on the special dates page. So if you look here where I have dates to input, we have special dates, that's this page, meetings and PD. So if you go back here, meetings and PD, there's like a schedule page. So if I know specific meeting dates, I can put them here. Yearly planning, which again, if we go back, yearly planning is here. So I could put the dates here, as well as the quarterly planning pages if I plan to use them. So you can utilize this checklist. You don't have to put them on every page. It's just a possible suggestion. Okay, we decided not to cover, I'm jumping around. I'm so sorry, but this is how my brain works. Oh, it's because I was doing the planning stickers. So I would need to resize those ones for the calendar, but then also I need to resize my weekly spreads. Let's go to like the second week of school. If this is the first week of school, which we can actually go ahead and fill it in here. This is week 1 of like the actual school year. This is week 2. This is gonna be more of a normal week. This is where I can insert in those like subject headers. So we're gonna insert in, I'm thinking pink for my morning group and then blue for my afternoon group. So let's insert math in pink. And let's, again, resize it, but this time it's gonna be a little bit bigger because we want it to fit inside of these columns. So again, I want a little bit of space, so I'm gonna drag it over, resize it. And then this is something where I usually put it like right up at the top. And then I can type right in these tables, but I can also insert in a text box. So for example, I can put in a text box here, type here, and let's go ahead and format the way I want it. So we're gonna use I want it to match the rest of the planner, which is Century Gothic. So we'll use Century Gothic. And this is gonna be small. Like I don't need it super big. 8, yeah, that's fine. Single, I don't want any spacing. Okay, good. I want it black text, left aligned is good, top aligned is good. I'm gonna give myself some space, okay? Now, with this selected, hold down Shift on my keyboard, click the text box, duplicate them both, drag them underneath. Now, I don't know exactly how much space I'll need for my plans, but I'm just trying to somewhat divvy up the box so it's even. We're gonna replace this math with science, but still in pink, because that's my morning group, and I'm gonna do it by color. So science. And then now we can duplicate again. And once again, we're gonna drag it so it's underneath. But this time it's gonna be my afternoon class. So we're gonna swap out, instead of pink, we're gonna go to blue. And we're gonna do math right here. And then again, duplicate. Okay. And actually, spacing wise, that worked out pretty well for just eyeballing it. We're gonna swap that out for science. Open. So now, if I zoom back out, this is something where I can then duplicate that across the days and then also across the weeks just by selecting them, copying and pasting. But once I have these header stickers, the size and everything that I want, I'm gonna hold down Shift as I click each one. Just so that I have them for easy reference, I'm going to put them on my stickers page. So you'll notice these are a different size than the other ones, but that's because I'm going to be using them on my weekly pages, not on my monthly pages. Hopefully that makes sense. And I might even kind of create different sections, like these are my weekly pages, these are my monthly pages. So I'm gonna work on this a little bit later because I don't wanna take up too much of your time, but next thing is filling out account information. So I'm not obviously gonna do that on camera, but that's something I can do before I have a class list, before I have my schedule. This is something that if I know my login for certain accounts, I can go ahead and input that in. Of course, if you don't want to use this page, you don't have to use it. Complete project planning organizer for initial projects. So I am already thinking under project planning. Now you can duplicate this slide as many times as you need. So let's go back into like the waffle so we can see. All right, I'm gonna duplicate this so that I keep a blank copy and then this one will be the one that I edit. And we're gonna call this project back to school. And description, let's get ready for the 2024-2025 school year. Due date, we're gonna call this, it needs to be done by the first day of school. So August 13th, 2024. So this is just a way for me to start to organize some of those tasks and things that are, of course, filling my brain. So even little things like get a new teacher bag, I can start to brain dump here. I'm not gonna do too much with this now, but as I think of things, I will be plopping them on here. Let's go back to that blank checklist. And this allows you to create checklist categories. So already, again, I'm gonna duplicate this. So I want this to be like back to school type checklist. So for example, in this one, I might type things to buy and I can start to put items on there. So already I know that for my classroom, because I've started kind of making lists, I will need, the Sterlite 3 drawer units. And then I'm gonna put splurge buys. So these are things that I'm only gonna buy like if I really have the money. So like a nice desk chair. I'm sure I will have a desk chair, but if I want a fancy one, you know, that might be a splurge item. But I can start to build those out. Add months to quarterly planning pages if planning to use. So if we go back here, I'll be honest, I've never been a big quarterly planning person, but if you are planning on using this, for example, first quarter for me would probably be like August, September, October, and this is for 2024, 2025. So you can just start to fill out those months and then you can do it on the next ones as well. So like November, December, January. But again, that's personal preference. You may or may not use that. Okay, so third quarter, fourth quarter. Then you've got monthly planning. This is kind of similar to the monthly planning pages I've been showing from the personal planner, but not quite as detailed, and we have those built-in calendars because our digital planners are pre-dated for you, which saves a lot of time. If you want to use these monthly planning pages, you can go ahead and duplicate the slides and put in like the month so that it's set up and ready to go. But right now, it's just not a priority. Add weekly counts to the left side of the monthly calendar. So I mentioned, oh, and these are hyperlinked as well. That's convenient. Okay, so this is gonna be technically week 1, and then week 2, week 3, and I showed how you can also do that on the weekly pages. So that is something that I would go ahead and fill out. Customize extra boxes. So if you go into the weekly spreads, you have these 2 extras. Some people use them for the weekend, like Saturday and Sunday. Some people might use it as like things to do. And I think honestly, that's probably what I will use it for. And then reminders. I mean, I'd probably put that on the weekly page, but for now I can put that. So getting those filled in advance. And then I do not have my schedule and curriculum yet. And I also do not have my student roster, but on this free checklist, I have some things that you can do once you have access to those, but that's not gonna be the focus for today. So I need to now go through, now that you've kind of seen my thought process and some of the things that I'm doing, I'm gonna stop recording, otherwise this video will be 5 hours long, and I'm gonna get everything inputted, and then I will come back and I will show you what it looks like. I promise. It will look better than it does right now. Just trust the process. We have reached the good enough stage of setting up the digital planner, and that's what we're aiming for. So I'm gonna cut myself off, even though there are still things to do. The goal is to be proactive and get things done in advance, but at the same time, I want to work smarter, not harder, and there are some things that I just can't really do until at least I meet with my team teachers and get more information, and that's coming soon. So we're gonna go with the flow here. I'm gonna go ahead into slideshow mode so you can see it full screen. We've got, again, those reference pages, but I'm just gonna go through page by page. So special dates for the year based on my district calendar are in there. Once I get my school calendar, I will add those in. Can't do my class schedule yet. Obviously not filling out account information for y'all to see. Not doing student info yet because I don't have a roster. Can't do transportation. Communication log is ongoing during the school year. Meetings and PD, I did put those on there from the district calendar, but again, some of the staff development days might be more of like teacher work days. I have no idea, so I'll update it as I go. And once I know more about staff meetings, those will get added on as well. Okay, project planning organizer. So this was the one that I left blank, but I decided to call this one just back to school summer tasks because I think I'm gonna have a whole nother back to school project planner, but these are things I can do before the year really starts and before I get back into my classroom. And this little check is just an image that I added in off of Google, but that way I can drag it over top of the little bullets as I go, because within Google Slides, you can't do clickable checkboxes. Please, Google, if y'all are listening, if we could add that, that would be wonderful. But some of these I will be able to check off hopefully soon. For example, the ESL certification exam I am taking on Friday. It is currently Monday, June 17th. So I'm taking that in just a few days. I'm gonna be completing 30 hours of tag training in July. And then some of these are other just random things that I thought of and put on the list for now. Also, if we go back to the checklist, under tips and tricks, one of the things I mentioned was adding screenshot images as references. So I put a picture of the 4th grade supply list just so I can start wrapping my brain around that and like how I want students to organize it. You get the point. Can't fill out the grade book or student checklist yet. Another item on the checklist is customizing those beginning of the year field trip, conference, party planning checklists. However, until I meet with my team teachers, I'm just leaving this, but I will come in and kind of customize, add to it if needed, take things off if needed. But we're gonna skip over those for now. Okay, that's a blank checklist. Here's the one that I've started for just back to school. I have my things to buy, my splurge buys. I have an empty box for now. We're gonna see what goes there. Files to create, labels to make, things to print and laminate, just some categories to help me brain dump. But the other thing I love about digital planning is being able to add in links. So I've actually linked my Amazon wish list to that things to buy. So I've got like the electric pencil sharpener, the Sterlite drawers, which I will need 6 of, dry erase boards, reference posters, all of that is there. So that way it's just easy for me to go on. If I get a little extra money or I've got a gift card or something, I can go on and start to get those things. Yearly planning, this is gonna be more so my scope and sequence, which I don't have yet. So we're skipping that. For now, I put the months under quarterly planning, but again, I don't really utilize these pages a whole lot if we're being honest. Same thing for the monthly planning, although I've been doing that in my personal life and it has been beneficial. So maybe we'll embrace that this school year. We're gonna see. Weekly planning, until I have like my schedule and stuff, I can't really do anything with this. Same thing for daily. Then we get into the nitty-gritty of the planner, which are the monthly calendars and the weekly planning pages. So here's a look at July. Again, I have put those stickers on here to mark the district days, as well as a few other days that I know of. For example, my principal is doing a meet and greet for new teachers to the building at her house on the 15th. I will get access to like our school calendar on the 22nd. I've got some orientation days, and there's a few things I'm leaving off of here for obvious reasons, like privacy and whatnot.
Not now, private time.
You get the idea of what it looks like. Let's go to August, because there's a little bit more going on in August. Once again, it's a combination of just text that I typed in, as well as those stickers. So I've put things on there. I've also started to map out my weeks, and these are all hyperlinked to that week of the planner. So you can either just go to the next page to see it, or if you click on this, it will take you directly to that week. Again, I have just the same stickers that I had on the monthly pages, as well as those descriptions. I've got my week numbers on there, and I did put on things to do and reminders here for those side ones, but I might end up changing those. So I haven't copied it over to all the weeks because there's no point in that. Same thing for kind of my weekly planning template layout. I'm gonna really get into it, figure out what I want before I copy it to other pages, but I've at least got somewhat of a start. And then if we go, a lot of these pages are gonna be blank because it's so far in the future, idea tracker, task tracker, and so on. Pages, planning stickers. So I kind of group them by category. So yellow has to do with like district level things. Green would be more school level things. Purple would be team level things. And then orange, because that was the last color that I had, would be more personal things. And then pink for my morning group, blue for my afternoon group. I resized them to the size they would need to be for the pages I would use them on. And then we've got these colored template pages. So these are just blank pages that you can fully customize, add in text boxes, shapes, images, some of those planner inserts that I mentioned. So for example, if you go here to planner inserts, we currently have lesson planning inserts and unit planning inserts. So if you want to go more in depth with planning a unit or a lesson, these are images that you can just insert on that page, and then you can have text boxes and things to type in. They work with both the tablet and the Google Slides planner. So those would be awesome things to add on to those pages. But let's chat about what I plan on doing for this first one. Now, I was also thinking of recording what I'm gonna call a classroom planning video, where I basically create a digital map of my classroom and figure out where I want furniture to go, what I'm gonna store in each of the cabinets and the drawers, make lists of the things I need to get, the labels I need to make, decor items I may need to make, and just share that thought process with you. So most likely that will be the next video that you see. And if there's anything specific you want me to include in that, leave a comment, tell me. I'm all ears. I would love to hear your feedback. But otherwise, I hope that you enjoyed this video. The link to the free digital planner setup checklist that you saw is in the description box, as well as links to the digital planner that I am using. But keep in mind, you can follow these same steps for any digital planner and also for a paper planner. I have nothing against, well, I do have some things against paper planners. I just have found that digital planning works for me because I can access my planner from anywhere. I don't have to worry about accidentally leaving it at home or leaving it at school. I can create links to other files, whether it's curriculum files or slides I'm gonna use for the day. And I feel like I can customize it a lot better. Plus, it tends to be cheaper. Some of those paper planners are very, very expensive, and I will never forget my first Erin Condren planner that I purchased. I spent like $70 on it, and then I put the date stickers in wrong, and it was a tragic event. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button and notification bell, because you never know when new vlogs are dropping as we get ready for the school year ahead. But as always, thank you for watching. I love you so much. Don't forget to put your positive pants on, and I will catch you in the next one.